Star 105.5, Joe and Tina, new episode of Bar Rescue on Spike TV this Sunday. Jon Taffer is with us. I know it's early in the morning for you, Jon, and I'd imagine the way that you are, you don't even need coffee or caffeine.
Oh, boy, you're dead wrong, though. I do, man. I wake up and I'm worthless until I get my coffee. As a matter of fact, I got a cup of French press coffee sitting in front of me now that's as thick as mud.
Okay, now, who made that coffee for you? Because I would hate to be your barista, man, at the local Starbucks. Like, Jon Taffer walks in and orders this latte or whatever it is, a French press coffee, and it's like, make that thing the right way and make it quick, too.
You know, it's funny, Joe, it's before Bar Rescue, when I walked up to the counter, I would get smells from people. Since Bar Rescue, I had these looks of fear when I walk up to any kind of counter, particularly bars.
Yeah.
But the baristas, too, had this look of fear in their face.
And how can they not? If anyone's ever caught the show Bar Rescue and seen Jon as he does his thing, you go in and you knock people around a little bit, but they got to get their stuff together.
You do. It's all training. You know that, John. And the fact is that these people make thousands of bad decisions that got me there that day in the first place. So they're not exactly hitting it out of the park, you know?
Yeah, well, obviously, you know a little something about the bar business. Jon Taffer, Bar Rescue on Spike TV. But a lot of times, and I know Tina agrees with me, you kind of become like a Dr. Phil because you're helping these people put their lives back together.
You know, it's funny, the crew sometimes calls me Dr. John.
Yeah, for real.
Nice.
And you're right, Joe, but, the fact of the matter is if I don't change them, I'm never going to change their destiny, you know?
Oh,
and
they're stuck.
That's my challenge.
And actually, speaking of challenge, Tina Bree has been dying to ask you this question. Jon Taffer, Bar Rescue with us right now at Star.
I need to know the conversation or the phone call that you give to your wife saying like, hey, baby, I need you to come on. I need you to help me. Like your poor wife, she gets hit on by like so many people.
You send her to the wolves. You send her to the wolves, Jon, when you put her on the Bar Rescue.
I do. Tina, it takes two things. One, we have to really trust each other, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the most important thing. And Nicole and I are best friends. Let's face it, Nicole's pretty tough.
She is.
That's why I love her.
We love her.
Tina, you'll laugh. I get a kick out of this. When people walk up to her, guys, and try to hit on her or something, I sort of cross my arms and say, good luck, buddy.
Yeah, right. You're in for it.
It's only a matter of seconds before she shuts him down, and quite eloquently, I might add.
Well, and I love it. And Jon right now, I mean, when you see him on Bar Rescue and we're having this conversation, when he gets in the faces of people on Bar Rescue, again, a new episode is coming up on Sunday night. And I'll tell you what, here's the worst thing. And Tina, we've been out, we're doing stuff for work and everything all the time. We go out somewhere. Jon, if I don't get my drink right away or the food takes a long time, I want to be you for Halloween, buddy. I want to be Jon Taffer and go out to a bar and start yelling at people to get the drinks. And come on, you're failing. You're striking out right now because it's just, it's so entertaining to sit there and watch you. Because at the end of the day, we know that you're doing the right thing. You got a big success story. You've done this with how many different bars?
Yeah, well, I've done it for about 800 times, and we just finished my 48th Bar Rescue episode.
Wow.
So we've done 48 times, and I get my hug every time at the end, guys.
What about, and I would love to know this, Jon Taffer of Bar Rescue with us. Has anyone ever turned down your help? They changed things back?
It's funny. I got a great story, and this is an inside story because we just shot an episode about 4 weeks ago.
Okay. Yeah.
And when we were done, the owners hated it, so they started changing it back. And their customers, because we go back 3 to 4 weeks later to do our update.
Oh, okay.
So we came back 3 to 4 weeks later. The owners who did not like us when we had left 4 weeks earlier, hated what we did, told us that the customers asked them to put the stuff back, and their revenues have doubled. So,
Are you kidding
that was
me?
a bit of I told you so, and that was fun for us.
It's like a public Bar Rescue all of a sudden.
Right,
Everyone's
totally.
like, what are you trying to do right here? Well, I'll tell you what, man, the show is something else, and you're quite the motivator as well. Now, you have a book coming out you're working on too, right?
I do. I'm really excited about it. My book, Raise the Bar, comes out October 8th. And it's available on Amazon.com or retailers, and I'm really excited about it, guys. What motivates me for Bar Rescue is the fact that work inspires people. And to think that I could inspire somebody in Chicago when I'm not even in Chicago is a really motivating and exciting thing for me. And a book is my ultimate effort to do that.
All right, we're excited. Sunday night, there's a new episode. Jon Taffer. Oh, you know what, John? I was thinking about this morning, actually. Like, how's your blood pressure, buddy? Like, do you get that checked every once in a while? No, seriously. I'm asking a serious question because you get so worked up like that, you know? I mean, right now, you're very mild-mannered, and I can understand it's in the morning, but I'm just saying, like, do you ever get worried about that when you kind of go off? Do you get all excited?
My wife certainly does. Sure.
Okay, yeah.
Of course she is.
It shows how real it is to me at the time, guys. You can't fake anger like that.
All right, can I do my Jon Taffer impression or no?
Sure, buddy. Go for it.
No, well, here's the thing, John. You got this whole thing that it's one of my favorite mannerisms. Man, I sound like I'm crazy. Like I look at I love the show Bar Rescue.
We
But
do.
when you yell, your exclamation point is your fingers pointing in that person's face the whole time. When you yell, when you come in, you're like, you took this chicken and you were touching the raw food, and then you're going out there and serving it to people. That's disgusting. I am disgusted by what you've done. and you're pointing the whole time. I think the raw chicken episode was like the biggest time I've seen you flip when someone's safety is in question. That's it, man. That's it.
Well, my daughter was about to eat that chicken, Joe, so I went nuts. By the way, my crew affectionately calls that the chicken meltdown.
Okay, the
Right.
chicken meltdown. I mean, it's one of my absolute favorites. Well, John, a real pleasure. Looking forward to Sunday, the new episode, Bar Rescue, Jon Taffer on Spike TV. Thanks so much, John.
I enjoyed our talk, guys. Let's do it again soon.